Have you ever found yourself in that quiet, late-night space, perhaps staring into the darkness of your room, feeling utterly and completely stuck? It's a heavy, disorienting sensation, isn't it? As if you're standing before an immense, unmoving wall, and no matter how hard you push or how loudly you call out, there's no way through, no way around. Perhaps you've been walking the same path for so long, trying the same solutions, wrestling with the same questions, only to find yourself back where you started, worn down and weary. This feeling can creep into any part of our lives. A career that feels stagnant, a relationship that's lost its way, a personal dream that seems forever out of reach, or simply a deep existential question mark hanging over everything. It's a specific kind of exhaustion, not just of the body, but of the spirit. A tiredness that settles deep in your bones, whispering doubts and anxieties. You might wonder if you're doing something wrong, if you've missed a crucial sign, or if perhaps this is simply your lot, your unchangeable fate. Your mind races, replaying scenarios, searching for an exit that refuses to appear. And in that frantic search, often the very simple truth eludes us, like a shadow at the edge of our vision. What if the feeling of being stuck isn't about the path itself or even the wall in front of you, but rather about the way you're looking at it? What if sometimes the only thing that needs to change isn't the situation, but your perspective on it? Consider for a moment a forest, thick and ancient, with trees so dense you can barely see the sky. If you're deep within it, lost and disoriented, every direction might seem identical, every path a dead end. Your immediate ground-level view offers only more trees, more shadows, more confusion. But imagine if you could suddenly rise above, even just a little, to a higher branch. From that vantage point you might see a faint clearing, a winding river, or the distant glint of a road. The forest hasn't changed. Its trees are just as numerous, its paths just as tangled. What has changed is your view, your perspective. You've lifted yourself out of the immediate overwhelm, gaining a wider understanding of the landscape. This isn't about denying the challenges or pretending difficulties don't exist. It's about recognizing that our perception shapes our reality. When we're convinced there's only one way forward, and that way is blocked, we naturally feel trapped. We become fixated on the obstacle, forgetting that the landscape around it might hold countless possibilities we haven't yet seen. Perhaps the wall isn't a solid barrier, but merely a bend in the road that appears impenetrable from where you stand. Or perhaps the path you thought was the only one isn't the path meant for you at all. Shifting perspective isn't about ignoring reality. It's about expanding it. It's about opening your mind to different interpretations, different angles, different solutions that were previously invisible because you were looking straight ahead, locked into a single viewpoint. This gentle shift can begin with small questions, softly posed to yourself in quiet moments. What if I looked at this not as a failure, but as an experiment? What if this closed door is simply redirecting me to an open window I hadn't noticed? What if the struggle itself is teaching me a skill I'll need for what comes next? These questions aren't meant to force an answer, but to pry open the rigid confines of your current thinking. They invite curiosity where there was once only despair. They allow a tiny crack of light into a seemingly impenetrable space. And through that crack, healing can begin. The weight starts to lessen, not because the problem is solved, but because the grip of helplessness begins to loosen. You realize you have more agency than you thought. The agency to choose how you see things, even if you can't immediately change the things themselves. Inner healing comes not from suddenly having all the answers, but from the quiet acceptance that there are always more questions to ask, more ways to see. It's a process of detaching from the immediate panic and cultivating a calm curiosity. It's learning to trust that even in the most bewildering moments, there might be a different angle, a new light, a fresh interpretation waiting to be discovered. The acceptance is profound because it's not passive. It's an active choice to step back, breathe, and re-examine. It's recognizing that the journey is often less about moving forward in a straight line and more about navigating a landscape, sometimes needing to climb a hill to see over the next valley, or taking a winding detour that unexpectedly leads to a beautiful vista. So, the next time you feel the familiar ache of being stuck, try not to fight the wall in front of you. Instead, take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment and then open them again, as if seeing for the very first time. Step to the side, look up, look down, look behind you. What new details emerge? What forgotten possibilities surface? Sometimes, the most profound journey we embark on isn't across oceans or mountains, but within the landscape of our own mind. It's the journey of shifting our gaze, broadening our horizons, and discovering that the path was never truly blocked, only temporarily obscured by our limited view. The power to move forward, to find peace, often lies simply in changing the way we choose to see.